3-5 Minnesota fighting Vikings, so hot right now. The best 3-5 team in NFL history. Won 2 division games in a row. Looking damn good. Looking for the hat trick. Monday Night Football, Week 10, against the crooked Chicago Bears. But also, there are a couple of narratives, a couple of tropes, a couple of memes that get thrown around about Soldier Field as well as Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football that the Vikings have to put to bed. Destroy. Finito. Get out of here. So to recap, the Vikings in Chicago. The Vikings never win in Chicago. The struggle at Soldier Field. Like having a couple beers with your friends, and it's like that always gets brought up. It's not like the Bears are always so good. It's just like there's something about it. There's something about the water. Something about the field. Vikings never went on grass. Blah 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 blah. Right. So since 2007, the Vikings are 3-10 in Chicago. It's pretty revealing, including 7 in a row from 2008 to 2014. So that's less than ideal. So Leslie never won in Chicago. Childress was terrible there, and Zimmer lost his debut. Also, the Vikings are 2-4 so far under Zimmer in the Windy City. So what is it? It's not a case of the Bears being so good. It's like, yeah, towards the tail end of Lovie Smith, a couple of 10-6 seasons. 2010, they went to the NFC title game. But overall, they haven't been world beaters. So why are they cursed? What's the deal? Are the Vikings getting cheated like every single Illinois election? Is too much deep dish pizza on Saturday? Too many super dogs in the morning? Is that what's going on? Or is this just being fooled by randomness? It's like, oh, this has happened recently. You flip a coin and it's come heads, 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 heads. Well, it can't be tails. It's never tails. Oh, tails? What the hell? Right? So it's like when the Vikings from 1972 to 1976 won 8 games in a row against the Bears. Like, was that have to do with this? What does that have to do with that? What does the recent streak of the Vikings angst in Chicago have to do with this team? Like, what does Christian Ponder and Devin Aroma should have to do with the current Vikings team? That's what always bugged me. It's like, well, this team never beats this team. Well, they've got new coaches. It's a new stadium. Well, this not in this case, but you know what I mean. New coaches, new players, new stadium, new everything. But okay. Sure. So that's the first narrative that's got to go. I mean, sure, the Vikings struggled in the aughts, but again, what does this have to do with Dalvin Cook having MVP adjacent season, Kirk Cousins suddenly not screwing up, and that defense getting its groove back, son? That's right. And then the next narrative that has to go is the famous one. So Kirk Cousins can't win on Monday Night Football. He is famously 0-9. Over. So quarterbacks do get too much of the credit when the team wins, and they get too much of the blame when they lose. It just is what it is. It's the most important position in all of team sports. The caliber of that position does go to the quality of the team generally, right? But also, Kirk played well in some of those Monday night games. Kirk played bad in some of those Monday night games. Now, if Kirk had played bad and they won, that still counts as a win for him. But if he plays well and they lose, like say the defense isn't there or the run game or there's some turnovers that don't involve Kirk Cousins, which I know is kind of weird, right? That still reflects on him. That all gets baked into the cake, right? So what happens if Monday night against the Bears, Vikings win, but it's a cut and paste job of the Lions game, of the Packers game, where they give the rock to Dalvin Cook 25, 30 times. That defense keeps the opposing offense at bay. It shouldn't be that hard with Chicago. And then Kirk Cousins has a serviceable evening. He throws the ball 18 times, has 2 touchdowns, has a $176 passing. Sure. I mean, did Kirk win it? Or was any warm-bodied quarterback just going to win that game? I mean, I think it's more the latter than the former, but he'll get credit for it. It's a weird spot, right? But and also, say that the Vikings do lose in Chicago, but Kirk Cousins comes out and throws for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions and is just dropping dimes all over the place. He's 41-49, but they still lose. They'd be like, you still lost, loser. So you can't really win that spot, right? But the Vikings do have all the positive momentum in the world, and the style that football they do play travels well. They run the ball, and they're getting better on defense. And, of course, Zimmer's hallmark in the heyday is get off the field on third down and bend but don't break in the red zone. And the Vikings are starting to become a facsimile of that decently. So it'll be nice. Again, the Bears have been struggling. And like they lost 24-17 at Tennessee. The game was not even that close. It was not. Like that defense, respect Chuck Pagano. They came to play. They shut down Derrick Henry. They're going to try their damnedest to shut down Dalvin Cook. So I think Kirk Cousins may have to have himself a game. But that offense, that kick-ass offense is garbage. It is straight garbage. So I think the Vikings do have a good chance to prevail in Chicago. They're 2.5-point favorites on the road against a team with a better record for a reason. because Vegas knows, because the smart money knows, the Vikings going to go in there and conquer and destroy some narratives as well as the Bears on Monday night. Woo! Fired up. Let's go. But your thoughts. Vikings going to destroy some narratives. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.